Hello, hello. Welcome. This has been on my heart for so long. Anybody who has followed me in the last few years, I've dabbled in a few of these things, working with women, working on what makes you tick. And I am super excited to do this 7-day, I call it a challenge. I wouldn't say it's necessarily a challenge though, but more like a guide to digging into who you are and setting better boundaries. I feel one of the key things in the women that I work with, the thousands of women through my practice and then in workshops, is not understanding themselves enough, then having the courage to communicate that and setting boundaries to who they are. So this is what we're going to talk about. We're going to dig into the busyness of life, the you feel guilty when you say no, the feeling like you're never enough, the expectation, the pressure that you feel. It starts with you. And when we can start to dig into it, you can start to have a better idea as to why you do what you do, why you decide what you do, and why you live how you do. This is not like a let's go through the holidays boot camp kind of thing. It's a 7-day, let's see how to be the best me during the holidays boot camp kind of thing. So over the last 14 years, I've seen struggle, I've seen conflict, and I've seen, especially during the holiday season, as everything comes to a forefront about Thanksgiving time on what other people want us to do, the traditions, and we start to feel this fear, resentment, afterwards maybe even shame, anxiousness, frustration, feeling like we can't speak. And I believe that it can be different. And so I want this to be how to let go of other people's expectations because that is difficult, right? How do we resist the urge to sacrifice our kids before ourselves? How do we make peace with turmoil of family drama, especially during the holidays with loss and heartbreak? Because once January hits, we typically do two different things. We say, screw it, that was not that good. I'm just going to coast for a while. I'm going to throw in the towel. I'm going to revisit this in March or mid-February. Or what just happened? Now it's kind of like you went through it with blinders on. Now I need to start all over. It's like just starting to get on that bandwagon again. And so in this quick but powerful week, we're going to talk about values, create them for you. And by the way, values change. If you've done this 2 years ago, if you did this 6 months ago, if you've never done it, they change as we evolve. So our values, and then are we making decisions and living our life honoring those values? 2, digging into that personality. Who are you? And then who are you when you're the imbalanced person versus the balanced person? So many times we talk about personality as having a weakness and a challenge. I don't believe that. I believe that when we're imbalanced, we show up in a way that we think is weak. And when we're balanced, we show up in our gifts. We're going to talk about agreements. What agreements have you made? What don't feel good? What do we need to renegotiate or delete, actually? How do we create more ease in our home and our relationships and everything around us by being stronger in who we are and what we love, okay? So all of that said, what I really want is for you to see hope. I want you to know that it can be different, that your struggle doesn't need to be your normal, that you have the power to change whatever the heck you want, whenever you want. It's just surrounding yourselves with the right people and having tools to get through those layers. You are worth it. You're brilliant. And first and foremost, I want you to believe that you can live without limits. So join us. Starts Tuesday, November 5th. You'll get weekly Facebook Lives. If you don't have Facebook, you will get them sent to your email. You will have access to those forever. You'll have access to the Facebook group forever. I will create a unit section that we have day to day. I will have videos, I'll have worksheets in there for you. And the most important part I feel in working with so many people over the last 14 years is you're going to have access to me to help you through these days that we go through. To when you get stuck on your values, you're going to have access to ask for help so that by the end of that 7 days, you have a roadmap. You have a roadmap to be your best you. And I feel that that is the primary way to set better boundaries, is understanding who you are, why you do what you do, what makes you tick, what makes you happy, what brings joy. So join me. I can't wait. 2 weeks from today, you will be sent a confirmation email. Thanks a million. Can't wait.